Yo, y'all see this?
A terrific work in our tape room here. We saw Dame kind of reaching down at his leg, knee, ankle, not sure what it was, but this was the play. It happened at the 7:16 mark when Dame was going to the hole, and he has been bothered by this the last 30-45 seconds. And during that timeout, Damian Lillard going back behind the curtain, but he is back on the floor working with the athletic trainer, so we'll keep an eye on Damian Lillard as he does return to the floor here. 94-66, and Caruso comes up short. Here come the Blazers, just trying to get any kind of rhythm, any kind of positive activity going here in a blowout in game 4. Pinned it, McGee, give him a block. Caruso to LeBron, and he sets up McGee running the floor, and the layup is good.
So athletic, so nimble, so quick on his feet. JaVale McGee, that's all he needs to do. Just finish, be a runner, open up that paint and finish.
McCollum kicks it. Carmelo Anthony. And McCollum with the rebound. Damian Lillard a long three. That's been the night for the Portland Trailblazers tonight. Well, he saw on the other end of the floor the seat normally occupied by Anthony Davis is vacant as McCollum goes to the hole, can't get it to go. There's a whistle and a loose ball foul. Let's check in with Jared. What do you got on AD, Jared?
Well, he has returned to the Laker bench, BA, but AD is done for the night with what the Lakers are calling back spasms.
That's his first.
All right, 30-point lead. Wise move. No sense in pushing it at this point. Lakers scored 81 points in the first half. As Gary Trent Jr. will shoot the free throws here. LeBron James has 28, leads all scorers, and that is a sight nobody wants to see. And Damian Lillard is struggling back behind the curtain.
He didn't even make an attempt to get back down the floor the last play, and you know that's not like Dame.
He's just been beat up. And Chris, you know, you have to go back to the start of the seeding games with the Blazers, knowing that every game is a playoff game, even in the seeding game, taking a physical toll on them, having to win, getting that 8th seed. You know, they started 3.5 back of that spot. They beat Memphis twice, including in the play-in game, just to get a spot in these playoffs for the right to play the Lakers. And at some point, you figure that fatigue is going to, and the injuries are going to start to stack up, and we're seeing that with the Blazers right now.
Yeah, this is their so-called 4th playoff game, but in my estimation, it's their 12th, because those first 8, as you said, had to be in playoff form, and it takes a lot out of them.
Nurkic inside, bang it away. Back to the free throw line he'll go, but Trent is down. How about this block by McGee?
I mean, if you are a Laker fan, your defense is just, man, so impressive. JaVale McGee has done a great job as a starter. Just like a guy like a Zubac, that, of course, they're different players, but what I mean is that their role is to come in the first quarter, give it all they got, and then you'll see later on how the rotations are, but you want them to come in early and often. And when you have AD, JaVale McGee, and then the big fella, Dwight Howard, coming off the bench, that's something else.
Another free throw for Nurkic. A whole new game meets a whole new experience with Michelob Ultra. Tweet hashtag Ultra Courtside with hashtag sweepstakes for a chance to win tickets. 9 blocks tonight for the Lakers. McGee has 4 of them. LeBron working on Gary Trent Jr. Double team comes. Here's Kuzma now. Gives it right back.
Good repost.
James on the post up. And now Kuzma for 3. He's got it. That's been a big story tonight. Lakers have found their stroke. And then a hit 50% from 3-point range. 13 out of 26. Kyle Kuzma has hit his 3rd 3 tonight. There's Carmelo Anthony. A little vintage Melo right there. Skinny Melo. Or Bubble Mellow, if you will. He's been terrific for the Blazers.
And though this is a blowout, let's just be honest. What happens on teams is they find rhythm and they find other things to get them going. So we just saw the repost of LeBron. I haven't seen that before with Kuzma. So in the next series, look for Kuzma when he can't get going to be able to take his time and say, LeBron, you post, be a decoy. I'll throw it back into you and just wait for the spot-up shot, just like he did that last play.
Loose ball foul on Nurkic. He's asking Terry Stotts to take a look at this. Here's the repost.
Whether it's Shaq, Chuck, and some others I love to say, you throw that ball back in there and look, the easiest play, throw it in, spot it up, and just knock it out.
99 points on the board. 3.5 left in this third quarter. LeBron's going to go to the line to try to put the Lakers into triple digits. And timeout, Terry Stotts. Nurkic is extremely upset. Called for that loose ball foul. And I think he was demanding that Terry Stotts challenge it. I think Terry finally obliges. Light the lamp. We got a challenge. The NBA playoffs on TNT. First round coverage is presented by Rocket Mortgage. Jusuf Nurkic just called for his 5th foul, a loose ball foul, and Nurkic right away after the whistle blew was imploring his head coach Terry Stotts to take a look at it. And Terry Stotts obliges using his one and only challenge of the night. The officials taking a look at this.
You know, B.A., how inspirational has Nurkic been for everyone? You know, when you think about the commitment he's made to this team, how about the team, how they rallied around him after the loss of his grandmother. And you can always find some inspiration through sports, and that's why I love being in the NBA, because their stories can really sustain you in some tough times. And
okay, after replay review, Morris actually pushes Nurkic into James. So the foul will be on Morris. A loose ball foul on Morris for the push with the hand. It pushes James into him. So it'll be Portland ball, side out, 14 on the shot clock.
And you thought Nurkic may have just been complaining because he's been in there fighting all night, but no, he had a great point, and good job by Coach Stotts trusting his player to go back.
Yeah, accepting that feedback, take a foul off the board for Nurkic. So he's got 4. That is number 5 on Morris. And LeBron James is arguing his point right now. So Rodney Mott and David Guthrie. And delay of game is called on the Lakers.
You can't argue after they go to the replay booth and make the call, right? Now you got to do all that before. No appealing after the main appeal.
All right, so Nurkic at the free throw line after all that. LeBron disagrees. LeBron James hearing the result of that. Hey, he's in it, man. Even with a big lead. Late third quarter, LeBron's in it.
He's like, you sure the video saw that? Let me talk about that again.
One more look at that. I want to challenge the challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Throw the flag. Here you go again. LeBron James posting up on Trent. Double team comes. Kuzma stumbled with it a bit. Fires one inside to Morris. Shot clock at 3, and LeBron hits the deck, and that's going to be a foul on Gary Trent Jr. All right, Damian Lillard out of this game. Jared Greenberg with an update.
BA, Lillard will not return tonight. He has a right knee injury. Again, Lillard will not return with this right knee injury. We'll have more as soon as we get that from the team.
Happened at the 7:16 mark when he was on the take with Markieff Morris on him, and that's been the way the night has gone for the Blazers. One to forget tonight here for Portland. Hey, you can get more action on FanDuel and look for the final basket bonus during the NBA playoffs. FanDuel gives you more ways to win with sports betting, daily fantasy, and free-to-play games. LeBron James a free throw away from 30 tonight after 38 in Game 3 with 12 rebounds and 8 assists in Game 3. He's got 36 and 10 here tonight, 4 rebounds shy of his second triple-double in this series.
How about all of that in 27 minutes? I mean, he came out with being aggressive on his mind early and often on both ends of the floor.
Azonia with the offensive rebound. How long are you comfortable with LeBron James staying in the game at this point?
At 2 minutes and 54 seconds at the most. Now, I do not want to see him in the fourth quarter. And don't get me wrong, if I'm coaching, you have to work it out. So I'm not speaking on Vogel, but as a fan, you do not want a sprained finger. You do not want anything in there to happen when it seems like this team is getting their groove back.
Technical foul on Vogel. In his first year as a Laker coach, 7th coach since Phil Jackson won back-to-back titles with the Lakers, replacing Luke Walton, who was in LA for 3 years. Hassan Whiteside, turnaround jump hook is good. Making our way to the end of the third quarter. It has been all Lakers here tonight. It started with a 15-0 run to begin this game in the first 4 minutes. And then they went on a 10-2 run to start the third quarter. And Portland has just had no answer tonight. Gary Trent Jr. gets a friendly bounce.
We're late in that second quarter, but I still want to see if they continue to go to LeBron in the post, let him get others involved, and let guys get a feel for how to continue to play off him, because they're going to have some offensive struggles later on in this playoffs.
Kyle Kuzma hits. He's got a nice night going. 11 points for him. Only missed twice tonight.
Taking his time, spotting up, spacing the floor. Great job by Kuzma.
Kuzma's always in the headlines as McCollum is fouled. You know, as that third scorer, and even LeBron James calling for Kuzma to raise his level of game, be more consistent, be that third weapon for Los Angeles.
And he will. He's trying. And if you've seen any struggles of the greats, the Scottie Pippins trying to get back with Jordan, others trying to find how to fit in a system. And no, he's no Scottie Pippen. But being that third player and having to score, sometimes it's tough. He's going to have to ride the rhythm of the game. If LeBron has it going, he may have to wait. He may not shoot the whole game until the fourth quarter. Going to have to find his place.
Well, basketball is back. It's a whole new game. You can shop Bleacher Report's newest edition, the collection celebrating the return of the NBA, available only at BleacherReportShop.com. A lot of whistles here as we drudge our way to the end of the third quarter. So LeBron James is out. Here's Dion Waiters, and for Lakers fans, and to see what Dion Waiters is going to be able to bring this team in the playoffs. Saw J.R. Smith get some run in the first half. And we'll see Waiters here, I'm sure, a lot in this second half and in the fourth quarter. And you never know. He might put up 12, 15